Have you noticed that February feels heavier? Winter is cold, dark, short days. You don't have motivation, you don't want to do anything. There's actually a reason for that. And today I want to talk about what can help you survive the cold, dark winter and combat the seasonal depression. Hi, if you're new here, welcome to Fluent in Life. Subscribe and like this video, share it with a friend. And here we talk about tools and techniques to make your life better. A little disclaimer, I am not a registered psychologist or any counselor like that. I'm going to share what works for me and based on observations from other people and friends, things that work to make you feel better during the winter season. Okay, so usually February feels a little bit heavier and more depressing because holidays are gone, the motivation of January is gone, spring is still far away, and days are still dark, cold, and gray, short. So biologically, physiologically, and psychologically, this is one of the lowest energy points of the year for a lot of people. So it's not just you. In some cases, this lines up with seasonal low mood, not necessarily clinical depression, but just a dip in your energy levels, motivation, ambition, and just like this joy of living. So the thing is that February is hard, but not only for humans. Look outside your window. Look at nature. What happens in February? What happens in the winter? In nature, winter is not the time to bloom. It's time to rest, recover, recharge, hibernate, prepare, conserve energy, and prepare for the next season. Nothing in nature is trying to optimize the winter. So why we humans should do that? I mean, this is not an invitation to be lazy. There's a big distinction between being lazy and not listening to yourself when you need rest and when you need a break. So I'm speaking mainly to go-getters like myself, people who like to be active and then they feel bad about wanting to rest. I had to learn, this is an acquired skill, an acquired habit, and I had to learn how to rest and not feel bad about it. So if you feel the same, this video is for you. So if you feel like you want to rest, but you force yourself to be productive, inspired, social, and driven right now, you're working against the season. This can lead you to feeling frustrated, feeling guilty, and thinking, I should be more motivated, I should do more, look at other people, they're performing just fine, they're energized, what's wrong with me, etc. So aside from the fact that we don't know what's happening in other people's lives, we can just see the surface. My invitation for you is to move from why am I not performing like all others, I should do more, to what is the season asking of me? So what can you actually do in the winter to help you combat the seasonal depression? It's very personal and individual depending on your interests, hobbies, what makes you feel good. For me, every October-ish, I started thinking of things I want to do in the winter to make me feel cozy, grounded, simple pleasures, and simpler life. Because I personally associate winter with something cozy when there is comfort, there's a warm drink, so it's very sensory as well. So some examples for me of activities that I start writing in October for what I can do in the winter. Usually, this can vary, but usually it includes cooking, whether it's trying new recipes or baking, because I don't bake in the summer because I'm gonna cook myself in here. Trying some new hot drinks. For example, this winter I learned a new recipe from a friend. It's buttered spiced rum. Delicious. It feels like a hug. So mulled wine is fantastic. I love it. But this spiced rum feels like a hug. Like it hugs you. It's so warm and velvety. It's just perfect for the winter. Or another thing that I love doing is learning something just for curiosity. So I really love everything that is sensory, whether it's smell, taste, touch, etc. So maybe in the winter, I go to more concerts, live music, wine tasting. Well, that is in the summer as well. Workshops, learning about teas because it's something hot that you can hold in your hands. It's something with a full spectrum of flavor and aroma profile. But also, I host more often. I love hosting people for a dinner, for a drink, and just to stay together in a cozy space. I have a lot of candles, so that is another something that makes me feel grounded and cozy. I also like reading, just reading with no specific agenda or I need to read this amount of books within this amount of time. Just reading for the pleasure of reading. Maybe I'm not a huge TV person, but there's been a few TV series that I've been wanting to watch. And so now is the time for me to do that without feeling guilty. Because anyway, if it's dark at 4 p.m., what am I gonna do? It's not like I can go out on a bike ride or on a hike or even for a walk. Like 4 p.m., it's dark. You gotta stay at home unless you have something going on. Maybe it can be trying a pottery class, singing, drawing, watercolors. Maybe it's cooking for you as well. Maybe you want to learn about balcony garden so you can start acquiring some knowledge. So when February or March comes around, you start planting some new plants for your balcony. The best experience ever. So the question you need to ask yourself here is, what can bring me joy? What can make me feel better during this season? Is it something that you can do? Is it something that involves other people taking a dance class? I don't know, tango? Without forcing motivation, pairing your energy to what it's like in the summer, and shaming yourself for wanting rest. We are part of nature. We are human beings. We go with nature seasons as well. And it's a totally normal cycle in the winter to feel like you need to slow down to recharge and prepare for the next season. Seeds don't grow because they are rushed. They grow because conditions are right. So if February feels heavy, you're not behind. You're a human being and you go with seasons. You live in a seasonal body, not in a machine. Please remember this. And this season is asking you to rest, not to push. You need to listen, soften, and recharge. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and remember that winter still counts.